Okay, now as we begin, you please read 4 or 5 verses, thereafter we shall explain it. Okay, please read verse number 4 onwards, please. Natvam vipradiko dharmah. Okay. Nasrami nakshya gocharam. असंगोसि निराकारः विश्वसाक्षी सुखी भव. This number 5 onwards. धर्माधर्मौ सुखं दुःखं मनसा नीनते विभो. न कर्तासि न भोक्तासि मुक्त एवासि सर्वदा. एको द्रष्टासि सर्वस्य मुक्त प्रायोसि सर्वदा. अयमेवैते बन्धे द्रष्टारं पश्यसीतरम्. That's enough. As we have been seeing, this book, I have already explained to you, ASHTAVAKRA GITA. This is something not for revelation, but something revelry. Here, you really cannot use this text for the beginners. As I told you, can you hear clearly? Put a little more sound. Who knows? Can't hear anything. Put a little more noise. Can you hear? Hear now again clearly? Okay. All right. Please see that. Very nicely, as I have been telling you, this book is not for the beginner, because in the beginners they shall start literally with the beginning and not jump any subject. It is just like anywhere. Now suppose you have already studied the Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, everything. Then the teacher will say there are Mahavakyas which talk about the absolute. Then you know, when the teacher says Mahavakyas, all the 4 flashes, they flash in your mind. Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, and what exactly does it mean? The person is sitting down in the front in the first class or the second class, what shall he say? What is this Mahavakya? He is completely stuck. So, in the Prakarana Granthas, in the beginner's book, every concept is revealed. That is why again and again I say, the beginner's, so-called beginner's book should never be taken lightly, because the beginner's book is the last book. Thereafter every other book is just for reveling. There is really nothing to reveal. Yeah, you can see it from different standpoints. It is like, I show you, this is my nose. What is the other way of showing my nose? This. Whether I go this way or this way, you are seeing only nose. But for the person who is coming, for the child, when you are teaching a child, you don't tell the child, where is your nose? Don't you tell your children? When you show your children, eyes, ears, mouth, nose, you don't tell the child, nose, eye, left eye, right eye. You don't say that, right eye, left ear, right ear. You don't say that way, directly. Nose. Easier way. But once the child understands, thereafter you say nose. It doesn't matter. He understands it. This way, that way, it doesn't make any difference. Same thing also, subject matter about one's own self. In the beginning stages, very direct. It should be direct, straightforward. That is why, Tattvabodha, Vivek Chudamani, all those books are so beautiful. Because it literally leading you by the hand. This is how it is. That's why the teacher must be perfect. Or else it becomes very difficult. Why is it difficult? Please understand. I don't know what to say. Why is it so? The moment the word difficult comes, my mind switches off. Because it's not difficult. Because, look, it's very simple. Now here in ashram, take an example, okay? Simple thing. Here is an example. There is an ashram. Suppose I have to show you different parts of this ashram. So many things are there, so many trees have to be explained, the roads, the ways to temple, to dining hall, to room, to your guest house, to school, to so many places I can take you there. And here something, suppose you say, Swami, I am tired, I don't want to go, sunlight is there, I don't want to go there. And so many people, I don't want to go there. 100 million things you can say, because this landscape is difficult. It's raining, let's not go. It's too sunshine, let's not go. Too much of sand, let us not go. The stones are there, it will hit me, let me not go. All these difficulties are there. When I am going to introduce the landscape to yourself about yourself, what is the difficulty? You are already there. Your body, your sense organs, your thoughts, I thought, the self. Am I adding anything? Can I take away anything? That is why the teacher must be absolutely efficient, wise, understanding about himself, because there is no dimension which the teacher should be not aware. That the student is not aware makes him a student. The teacher was also a student. I did not know that I have an I thought. I did not know that the thoughts are different, actions are different. Because for a child, are you getting that? Child, what is a child? Who is a child? Whatever thought comes, that's what he wants. Balloon, balloon. Car, car. House, house. Very simple. Children, that thought, that thought. The other day I had gone to a child's, to one place, there was a child. He says, I want an elephant. I said, okay, elephant, but then what type of elephant you know? No, I want a big elephant. Now, the elephant is big, there is no small, right? So suppose you take him a this big elephant, he said, no, this is not an elephant, I want a big one. Now what do? Because for him, it is stuck on his head. Thought means, whatever his thought is, that is how the world must be. That is child. That is why children push you through real grinding of life. You remember the story of Birbal? When Akbar asked, who is the most difficult fellow in this world? Difficult to, deal with. So many people said, maybe king, the husband or a wife or a man or officer, something. So many people said so many things. Birbal was quiet. Birbal said, children, very, very tough. You cannot handle a child. Everybody laughed. Akbar also, okay, prove it. He said, all right, you be I am being the baby, you be the father. Akbar said, all right. Then he starts crying. When he starts crying, Akbar says, okay baby, why do you cry? He is crying. Why? Don't ask. Cry. And the adults will they'll panic, they'll climb the wall. Why are you crying? Because now they are getting more and more, worked up. Then he says, oh, I want an elephant. Okay, no problem. Just tell you want an elephant. Why are you crying? Adults, you know the limit of patience, right? After 1 minute, they boom. Okay, tell, you want elephant? Why are you crying? All right, elephant. Okay, bring an elephant. Are king, no. Okay, bring the elephant. Elephant come. Baby, take it. Oh, baby, enjoy. Then again he starts crying. He said, now why are you crying? When he said crying means what? A thought. Elephant thought came, he wants elephant. Now the ring thought comes, elephant is gone. When the elephant thought gone, elephant loses all charm. Even adults don't understand it. That when a thought changes, your life changes, even adults don't understand. What is misunderstanding? One idea is sticking in your head. I think this person has stolen these things from my room. The same man starts walking, you think he has stolen, He's going somewhere to sell it, giving a ring somebody to organize the sale. Every nonsense will be in your head. The same person, when you find that thing in your house, then the same person moves, it doesn't make any difference. But your thought drove you crazy for a few days. So the thought comes, ring. Now he wants ring, now elephant is standing, no problem. Ring? Okay, what do you want? Ring. Then Akbar said, all right, take it. Brought the ring. The child now playing with the ring a little, 1 second, and one another moment for the elephant. Then suddenly again he starts crying. Hey, why are you crying again? What happened now? He can go on crying. Tell me, why are you crying? I want the elephant to go through the ring. The child wants the elephant to go through the ring. Don't ask why. In his head, if the elephant has gone through the ring, the elephant must go through the ring. How many people understand this? No, I am not telling you a joke. Are you not stuck on one sari, one tie, one shoes, one dhoti, one particular food, one particular person, one particular something? How are you obsessed? Is no more you have it. Now it is you are it, because your happiness, your security, your fulfillment, your existence depends upon that something. If there is no roti, dinner is finished. If there is no that particular person, life is finished. If there is not particular practice, the day is finished. Could not work for a minute, chant for a half an hour, something somewhere. Understand clearly. In the search for freedom, we have successfully bound ourselves, not in just a tiny little nutty knots. Understand? Completely, because the thought is there. And when the thought is there, that must work. That is how the beginners. Every thought has to be explained. Who is he? Doesn't know anything about himself. So every thought has to be explained. Now here you straight away comes that Sakshi Matro, Vishwa Sakshi, Shuki, you are the witness of everything, be happy. Now what nonsense. So this is not for the baby. Are you getting that point? This is in fact, every time, this is the way it is written this morning. When I was reading through this, in fact I was thinking this whole subject should be like, it is written, suppose, take a line, Eko drashtasi sarvasya, you are the seer of everything. Mukta prayosi sarvada, you are the mukta praya, you are eternally free. Dharma, dharma sukham, nate vibho, there is no dharma, adharma, nothing. Just I am explaining it. Just, it should be perhaps written like this. Dharma, dharma, sukham, dukkham, all these things, manasani, not nate vibho, name vibho, not mine. Eko drashtasmi, not drashtasi, not you are ekadrashta, I am the ekadrashta. That is the revelation, revelry. Even when you are listening to it, listen carefully friends, I have to say that word you, because I have to teach, you are the truth. But even also, Aham Brahmasmi also is the truth. They make a very simple differentiation. Upadesha Vakya, Anubhava Vakya. Upadesha Vakya means Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, you are the truth. Upadesh. What is Anubhava? Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Asmi, I am the Brahman. Aham Asmi, Sada Bhami, Kadachit Aham Apriya, Aham Asmi. I am always there. Sada Bhami, always shining. Aham na apriya kadachit, never I hate myself, I always love myself. Therefore, since Aham Asmi, Sat Swarupa, Aham Bhami, Chit Swarupa, since I am the Sat existence, since I shine all the time, Chit, awareness, Sada Priyaha, always love myself, the happiness, the absolute. Satchidananda Lakshanam, therefore I am Sat Chit Ananda. The word neither I, nor Sat, nor Chit, nor Ananda matters anymore. These are all words. So every time you see that, but revelation is Tattvamasi, you are that. You are the Chinmayosi, you are the consciousness. You are the Sadruposi, Drashtasi, you are Dashya. The teacher says. So every time, please understand, as you are listening to, you must see that. And don't say you can't. Swami, very, very difficult, I cannot do it. You cannot do it. Your whole life you have been doing it. Listen carefully. It's so fantastic. Your whole life you are doing it. Whatever I say, suppose you say, no, if you say you are Brahman, how can I take it? When I say you are an idiot, how you comfortably grab it? Why do you fight in life? Listen, friend, you understand how quickly the individuality grabs it? You are an idiot. You are stupid. You are greedy. You are insensitive. You are selfish. You humiliated me. What did he say? You are stupid. You be the tape recorder. If we talk tape recorder, you say, you are stupid. Play it back. What shall he say? Be a tape recorder. Because who you are is not a tape recorder. Who you are is the truth. Mind is the recorder. Are you getting that point, please? So if you are successfully converting, you are an idiot to I am an idiot, why is it difficult to convert you are the truth to I am the truth? Very difficult. Very difficult. You understand what I am talking? It's so beautiful. That is why teacher must be totally versatile. That the student is not aware of a particular dimension makes him a student. The child, when his child is starting his life, the child doesn't understand I am the truth, the absolute. Nobody can begin with wisdom. In case somebody begins with wisdom, it's not my ideal. Because I am the one begins with ignorance. So I need somebody who began with ignorance and became wise. The person who inherits billion is not your ideal to move through life, because he inherits billion dollar. One who started with poverty and went into prosperity, that is your ideal, because you started with nothing. If he could do it, I can do it. If somebody is born wise, or for somebody who is enlightened by fluke, suppose he says, I was sitting on the stone, in a rainbow went through my nose. You hear this type of satori, we hear this type of enlightenment. The person is sitting under a tree, boom, something happened. Yes, I is sitting on a tree, or sitting on a stone, the stone burst and his kapala, your head also burst, right? Not that type of stuff. That is why Upanishads are so fantastic, so beautiful. It begins with me, ends with me, helps me to recognize, helps me to reveal the truth about myself as I am. So a child, understand, never knows about all these things. So when the landscape is so beautiful, please appreciate the simplicity and beauty of this wisdom, because when external landscape is difficult to traverse, go into Himalayan mountain range, go into Alps, go into deep forest, Amazon. What will you do? Without a guide you cannot function. And you have to travel long distance in time and space. In case of yourself, you are all the time here. You are the owner, you are the landscape. Your body, your senses, your thoughts, everything is there beautiful. There is only one thing, listen carefully. Mahadeva. Are you introducing the landscape to the landscape or to the visitor? Does it hit you straight? Do you teach driving to the car or to the driver? Do you introduce the landscape to the landscape or the person who is onlooker, experiencer? You don't introduce body to the body. Body is part of your personal landscape. You don't introduce the sense organs to sense organs. Eyes have no conflict. Body has no mortality. Deho na janati, body never knows. Sense organs have no conflict. Thoughts have no conflict. Are you going to introduce the thought to thought? Thought has no problem. Nor you are going to introduce consciousness to consciousness. There is only one thing who is interested. Who is that? I am interested. Don't try to make it philosophical. And who is this I who is asking? What nonsense. Can you not make it, feel it for yourself? Don't get lost in philosophical nonsense, please. Intellectual jugglery. Who is the one to whom you should know? You tell me. Why should I tell you? Swamiji, but what did you say? I want to know. Who is that I wanting to know? Body wants to know? Your eyes want to know? Body has no language, body is mute. Eyes have no language, eyes are mute. Perception, thoughts, impressions are totally mute. Consciousness illumines it all. Only one thing, I. So you introduce the I. As even a landscape is not introduced to the landscape but to the visitor, this body landscape, thought, sense organ landscape, mind landscape, or the consciousness is a part of it, is introduced to the I, who is roaming around in this body, mind, consciousness, waking, dream, deep sleep. Whoa, you understand? And in this landscape, understand friends, it is so simple. This landscape, if 20 years, 30 years, 1980, when we purchased, 85, right? 85. 30 years back, how was the landscape? Those of you know it, know it. How was the landscape? Nothing. Bare. When you say nothing means what? There is no ground. Ground is nothing, huh? There is no space. So space is nothing. Space was there. Ground was there. What was not there? Trees. And what trees? We have got 100 varieties of trees we have planted. But there can be one mango garden only. Or somebody can leave it as it is and some grass coming up. Exactly in the same way. When you started your life in your landscape, what was there? Oh, nothing. No consciousness. Space is an inevitable part of any landscape. Ground is an inevitable part of any landscape. Consciousness is an inevitable part of your mental landscape. You are already there. But the consciousness has no problem. Understand? Body has no problem. Body is the ground, gross, tangible earth. Consciousness is a space of consciousness, chidakasa, chidambara. Consciousness is always there. This is effortless landscape. In between, trees have to be planted. Every thought, are you getting that point? Every thought, how many thoughts you have got? Each one is living inside an exotic jungle. Each one according to his experiences, what sights you have seen, what sounds you have heard, what things you have touched, what you have smelt, seen, tasted, touched, everything, what you have heard, then permutation, combination, grafting. I saw one tree in Trichy in somebody's garden, 35 varieties of mangoes in one tree. 35 varieties of mangoes in one tree. Such a tree, does it exist? Grafting. Complicated thoughts are grafting. One thought is car, other thought is house, and third is gold. Then gold means rich. Rich man's car, poor man's cycle. You understand? Complications, these are all grafted. So in your mental landscape, how many different trees are existing? Oh my God. And all that landscape for whom? To whom are you introducing the landscape? To the body? No. Senses? No. World? Forget it. Thoughts? No. Consciousness? No. I. Only one pel. You understand how beautiful it is? How simple it is. In life, we teach people everything. So the person, the visitor knows everything about all the trees, all the gardens, all the sounds, all the touches, all the taste, nothing about himself. Previously, people know about everything. Oh, I know the tiger, I know this, nothing they knew about their body. So now you started studying your body. So medical science, physiology, all that, you started studying your body. It's beautiful. Previously you were thinking disease comes from the outside. Now you know it comes from inside also. your own body. Think, the virus must come in, body can also cause these things. Slowly man has progressed, but still we are in the voodoo days. We think our conflict comes from outside. Object of anger is outside, anger is inside. Object of love, hatred, lust outside. Your anger, love, lust, respect, disrespect, everything sense is inside. That there is an emotion is not a problem, the I thought again. So the time has come for a person to move on. This is the beauty of our tradition. Even millions of years ago, call it millions of billions or trillions, or call it 5,005 years back also, it doesn't matter. Ancient tradition, wisdom is not going to lose its beauty and veracity just because somebody says it's 5-year-old. Truth is truth. Your discovery is 5-year-old. Truth existed all the time. Who you are is eternal. You discovered it now. That does not mean it becomes one day old truth. Huh? Your discovery is one day old. Not the truth. Truth is eternal. Yourself is eternal. That is why life is a continuous celebration, because whoever is celebrating, whoever is discovering it is celebrating it. How sweet. Whenever it happens to you. Do you celebrate when you pass the examination or when your elder brother passed his graduation? Do you celebrate your marriage when other people are marrying, you are celebrating? What type of celebration is that? When you started eating your first chocolate, you started listening to your first song, that was your moment of celebration. Oh, I am living among the wise men, don't worry, he says, stupid. You be wise, then only you shall know what it is. So this is something, please, it is introduced to yourself, who you are. What a tradition. Long before you know anything about this world, maybe it was not known. So if today's science has been so fantastic, absolutely nothing wrong, but do not again lose yourself, please. Previously, people were losing themselves in the exotic sights and sounds and taste and touch. Just the perceptual universe was too much. Today, because of our science, with the studies, we have discovered much more intricate aspect of the creation. That there is electricity. It was always there in water, but electricity was not known. There was always gravity, but gravity, anti-gravity, going beyond gravity was not known. Yesterday I was looking at a program, they are planning to set a life, if possible, in Mars. With Mars landscape, if you look at it, exact like Earth. Now, what is their speculation? At one time, there was flowing waters, because marks are there. River beds are there, canyons are there. So they think it has become very hostile to live in Martian landscape. Chances are, if there are extraterrestrials, they might have found the way to live inside the Mars. You can go underground and electrify everything and live air conditioned. Why not? See, nobody can dismiss that possibility. All these things are beautiful. So it was very nice. Today so many things we have been able to see, but let us not get lost in that. Same way, physical body, but nobody looked at the body as such. Mind, not many people have looked at it. That is why even whether you are a top class scientist, engineer, lawyer, professional of any group, doesn't matter. Still you have a tough time with your own mind. You can be president of a country, Secretary General of the United Nations, you can be the most powerful executive of the most powerful industry in the world, it doesn't make any difference. You can handle 1,000 people outside, you cannot handle one thought inside. You can handle thousands of people outside, but you cannot one inside. Very simple example is a traffic constable. The traffic constable standing there and giving direction to thousands of people, managing a huge traffic. What about the traffic of his thought inside? You are laughing at him because he is a traffic constable. What do you think you are? Each individual. Paropadesha Panditya. Everybody can, dexterous in advising others. When he comes to himself, the person collapses. Why? Because we don't know how to handle our mind. Why is it so? Simple things. We shall see now. It's so beautiful. What bothers us? Dharma, adharma. What is right, what is wrong? What is dharma, what is adharma? What is good, what is evil? What is good, what is bad? What is right, what is wrong? Listen carefully. This is amazing. You don't know about it. Sukham, dukkham. What is happiness, what is unhappiness? Papa, punya. What is papa, what is punya? These are relatives. We never know. Think of it. This is why Upanishads so beautifully talks about in Taittiriya Upanishad it comes. Every individual is tormented by only two things. Etagam havavana tapati kimahagam sadhuna karavam kimaham papam akaravamiti. Two things torment everybody. Every individual, average individual, tormented by two things. What are they? Kimahagam papam akaravam kimaham. What is that something? Kimahagam sadhuna karavam. What is that is sadhu? What is that is punya? What is that is virtue? What is that is good? I did not follow. I did not do. Kimaham papam akaravam iti. What is that something wrong I did? These are the two things torment everybody. Certain things have been given to us. These are the good things. This is good behavior. Oh, I did not do it. These are all bad behavior. Oh, I did it. You understand? This is the conditioning of the worst kind. Necessary evil. But we are not allowed to go beyond it. What is the reference in the scripture? Etagam mahabhavana tapati. This does not, na tapati, this does not afflict, torment that individual. Who? The one who knows himself. What is that? What is that good I did not do, or what is that is wrong I committed? With these two ways, average person torments himself. I should have called somebody, I did not call. I should not have invited that fellow, why did I invite? Think, friends, life. I should not have eaten that extra idli, why did I do it? Tormentation. Don't think in terms of only Papa Punya, he killed somebody, did not get it. Don't worry about it. Even this tiny little conflict, I should not have eaten that extra vadai, why did I take it? I should not have smiled at him, why did I smile? I should not have given him that 5 rupees, why did I give? Or I should have given him that 5 rupees, why I did not give? Do you understand? I should have invested in that in the stock exchange, why I did not? Or why did I invest in those 10 rupees at all? You do your damned, you don't do your damned. That is life. I should have married on the right time. Why did I marry? I should have got children. Why did I have children? You understand? I am not telling you a joke. This is the song of life, pathetic song of average person's life. Nobody is comfortable. By doing you are repenting, by not doing also you are repenting. Just think, friends. This is so beautiful. You pass the examination, 50% mark. I should have studied little more. Okay. Suppose you chose the engineering. Why did I choose engineering? I should have chosen the law. I should not have chosen this engineering. Okay, if you had attended, see the other side of the grass is always green. This is individual. You take one road, you hit a traffic. I should have taken the other road. How do you know the other roads are not a greater traffic? How do you know? There may not be greater traffic. Maybe because there is no traffic, you would have gone in a high-speed accident. How do you know? You understand? It is not given to the man to know everything, and don't try to know also. Only one thing you can know is fix up yourself. One who is repenting, one who is tormented by good and bad, dharma, adharma, right, wrong, good, bad. Who is doing that? Individuality. To whom you teach driving, not to the car, to the driver. To whom you introduce the landscape, not to the landscape, but to the seer. Individual, the I. Do you understand? You move straight onto that. Today, in our generation, when there is literally explosion of knowledge, we are much more intelligent, so much more knowledgeable. We should be able to find it. You should hit the target right on. How long can you live a life like all the days as everybody is living, that is how I shall continue to live? In fact, in Sanskrit, there may be other languages I might not have read, it doesn't matter. But one thing I have read in Sanskrit and Sanskrit literature, other day I was reading some Suvasitani, some good statements. Each verse is like a jewel. I'll tell you one verse. Verse I cannot tell, I will tell you the meaning of it. He says, look at life outside. Mallika and that chameli, that two flowers he has named, fragrant flowers. One is temple tree flower, champak, other is jasmine. Here the eyes can see the beauty of those flowers, but eyes can never enjoy the fragrance. Only the nose can enjoy the fragrance. Can you beat it? Have you marked it already? Did you see it in this way? Feel it. It's true. Eyes can only see the sun. Nose only can do that. Same way. The nose will not enjoy the beauty of the flowers. The ears cannot enjoy the color of the flowers, the fragrance of the flowers. Ears cannot enjoy the taste of it, the touch of it. Each sense organ only can do one thing. Other things they cannot do. Whereas your mind is amazed. Your eyes can see duality. The mind only can discover the non-dual reality. Eyes can see an object, ears can hear a sound, like, dislike, right, wrong, good, bad. Where is it come from? The thoughts. Listen carefully. Right and wrong is not picked up from the sight. Right and wrong is given by the words by other people. Understand? For animals, there is no trespassing. They just move from one jungle to another jungle. They mark their little field and all that stuff is there. Human being also can do that. Everybody moves everywhere. Animals living in a particular way. The human beings, we have to be given, we have to be told, this is not right food, that is not wrong, this is not right food, this is wrong food. That is why what is very healthy in Indian standard, ghee, ghrutam vai ayu, the ghee is longevity. Go to the modern scientists, ghee is the number one enemy. It's a simple thing. One tradition, ghrutam vai ayu. The ghee is like immortal, gives you longevity, ayusha, longevity. Why? Lifestyle is agrarian, hard-working people. You need the ghee, you need the butter, you need the milk, so that you can have the strength. In a society where there is no more hard work, agrarian, agriculture is there, but they should give ghee to the tractor. You are just simply driving the tractor. So a tractor gets the petrol, not you. Your body was doing it, body was getting ghee petrol. So suddenly, ghee is good or bad? No, ghee is good, ghee is bad, or your lifestyle. Are you getting the point, please? Today I was looking at reading a Sanskrit verse. You cannot, if you listen to it, you will be laughing to death. But those days it was very. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. It's so atrocious that verse is, you know. For the child marriage, you know, these girls. When you are 8-year-old, you are known as Gauri. When a 9-year-old, you are known as Kumari. When some 10-year-old, you are Kanya, something like that. And then when you are puberty sets in, then you are Rajaswala, like that 4 languages. So if you give the marriage to the Gauri, Kumari and Kanya, you go to Brahmaloka, Shivaloka, Vishnuloka. You get the one who is 13-year-old is ready to marry. If you give that to the marriage, you go to Raurava Narka. You know, this that much for the child marriage. You understand? So the boys also will be same thing. The boys, suppose you are marrying a small boy, then you are giving him Indraloka. If you marry the big boy, you are in Narka. Right? Now what is this? Now can you say, oh, in those days, that was the thinking. Everything don't take it that way. You know, because ghee is good or bad depends on your lifestyle. Marriage, what type of thing it was, again depends on the society. Like sati, children, women were jumping into fire. That was not a tradition at any time. Historical exigency. When the king is killed, the women were taken as the loot, part of the loot. Instead of living with the victors, with the conquerors, better to die. That doesn't mean now also you should die. It's not necessary. So these things go. But one thing is certain, absolutely truth, is about yourself, who you are. So, in perception, there is no right and wrong. The nose shall enjoy the fragrance of different types of flowers. The eyes can never know the fragrance. Right, wrong, papa, punya, vice, virtue, moral, immoral, good, bad. The sense organs the body can never find. Are you getting that point, please? That is why, according to the country in which you live in, the religious traditions, the social expectations, all these things will vary. Even in a particular country also it will go on varying. See, previously if you are earning 50,000 rupees and you are not filing your income tax return, you are a criminal. Now it has gone into 200,000 rupees. So 50,000 rupees, no more a criminal. After some time, 500,000, inflation, 500,000 rupees also no criminal. So previously who was 2.5 lakhs rupees are not filing, now on that time was a criminal, now is no problem. What you need is raise the standard. Corruption also will go away. That is where when you legalize drugs, legalize prostitution, legalize gambling, legalize betting, what does it mean? Not that the betting becomes good or bad, but you feel comfortable, that is no more bad. To whom, for whom it is? Are you getting, for whom it is? Is it for the body? Why somebody is feeling bad that Kimagam sadhuna karavam, this is the sadhu, you did not do. What is that? Morning you should get up, have the bath, then you should do the sandhya vandana, then you should do the prayer, then you should do this. Now suppose you did not have a bath, ayyo, did not do the vandana, ayyo, did not do this puja, ayyo. Then another person says, what nonsense, morning you should get up, do exercise, forget this prayer. So you do not do exercise, you are bad. So in a secular society you are condemned, in a religious society you are condemned. Because both set standards, that this is right, this is right. Hey, not that therefore you cannot say this is right or wrong. No, there has to be some standard. But these dharma, adharma, right and wrong, beautifully says, Sukha dukkam manasani he vivo. Oh Lord, he tells him, you are the truth. These things are all at the level of the mind. How are you going to take a person beyond this papa punya, vice and virtue, right and wrong, moral, immoral, good and bad, without letting him know about himself. Because both the things can torture you, torment you. One can feel, I am such an idiot, and he will suffer. Other person, I am so holy. His arrogance will torture him and torture others. Holier than you attitude destroys more people. That is why when the religious nuts are around, you are totally destroyed, like secular nuts. He is also saying, what is this nonsense religious stuff? It's useless. The religious, what is this nonsense secular stuff? Who is better? Both are tormenting. The voice of sanity, understanding about yourself, is so feeble. Why? Because not many people understand that they must understand about themselves. Now they are more geared to, if I can change my lifestyle, if I can follow certain rules and regulations, life will be fantastic. Really? Just because listen carefully, just because everybody follows, listen carefully, just because everybody follows the rule of the traffic, truth is, you shall have a smooth traffic, but not smooth life. Your traffic is not life. Now same way, just because somebody is telling where everybody is honest, everybody is doing the whatever you think right or wrong, or something everybody follows, will it make you automatically happy? It may not bring you discomfort, but it shall create an emptiness. Like poverty never solve the problem. With her prosperity will do it. That prosperous person also feels disappointed. Poverty did not solve the problem, understood. Prosperity also doesn't, it brings greater emptiness. That is why Upanishad is so beautiful. Andham tama pravishanti ye avidyam upasate. Those who are in ignorance get into darkness. Tato bhuya evadetama ye vidyayam rata. Those who are engaged in knowledge, they get into greater darkness. Why? Even after getting the knowledge, the problem is not solved. You understand the frustration. I thought if I am poor, it's a heavy problem. If I become rich, everything will be fine. I become rich, nothing is fine. More frustration. Either uneducated, problem. Therefore, if I am educated, everything will happen. Educated also problem. Frustration. I thought I am a very secular person, I should have a faith in God. I had a faith in God, nothing happened. Frustration. Or the fellow was fully religious. And he said, only if I can jump the wall of the religious establishment and give up this so-called religious life, I shall be happy. There also emptiness. That is why people alternate between one lifestyle and another lifestyle. Please. Which one is right? Poverty or prosperity? Following the rule or not following the rule? You follow the rule, you will have certain comfort and discomfort. You do not follow the rule, you will have some comfort and some discomfort. Eat healthy food. So what does it mean? There will be many food which you never ever taste in life. Eat unhealthy food, you die. Not the healthy food, you will alive. Healthy food also will die. Always there will be some emptiness or other. This is where the I is tormented. Individuality is tormented. That is why you know about yourself. Dharma, adharma, sukham, dukkham. What is happiness? What is happiness? For the modern day people, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, right? Giving Amul butter advertisement. Isn't that a baby, girls? Giving Amul to your friend is happiness, right? Chocolate, silk chocolate. You see the advertisements, both eating chocolate. Happiness. Watching a movie is happiness, singing a song is happiness. What idea? The person refuses to appreciate. The person refuses to appreciate. The person who is singing that song, person who has written that music, person who is putting on these instruments, every one of them miserable. How can the assemblage of so many miserable people bring happiness? The producer is miserable, the singer is miserable, the dancer is miserable, the thinker is miserable. Are you getting that point? The car can give you happiness? So the person who has produced it and the person who has got the whole factory, they must be the happiest people in the world. Do not confuse the issue. That can give you certain comfort, also discomfort. Just because you have got the most powerful car, you have got a Porsche or a Lamborghini or something somewhere like that, don't think you are absolutely wonderful. No. Maintenance and other things also will be difficult. Please appreciate. Therefore don't say poverty is wonderful. That also has a problem. Dharma, adharma has no problem. Sukham, dukham has no problem. Good, bad are not problem because they are all relatives. They are all relatives. Individual. Please appreciate the I thought, individuality. If there is no I thought, when you go to sleep, how do you feel? Good or bad? Right or wrong? Papa punya. When you forget yourself, listen, in your moment of pleasure, which other person may say vice, but you have forgotten. The other person says movie is useless, but you watch a movie and you forget yourself. What is the right and wrong? Until you come out, somebody says, what did you do? Because for him, he doesn't understand. You are not enjoying a movie. You are going back to yourself. You are not eating a food. You are going back to yourself. When some people are enjoying certain things, what are they doing that time? Unconsciously going back to themselves. But in some people's eyes, eating that food, watching that movie, listening to that music, Talibanesque. Nobody must do that. Then what should you do? I am suffering, you also suffer. I am denying, therefore you also deny. Or the person has a sense of superiority because he is in denial, so he is holier than others. Understand, friends? By living the life of a denial, as much you suffer, same thing also you suffer with a mindless indulgence. Mindless indulgence. Happiness is watching a movie, driving a car. No, it is not. Knowing yourself, who you are, where there is no sense of the opposite. That is why you shall be comfortable with everybody in this world. Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, how he says, hey Arjuna, I shall tell you, kim karma, kim akarmedi, I shall tell karma, akarma, bikarma, what is action, what is inaction, what is pratisiddha karma, what is prohibited action, everything I shall tell you. Tatte karma pravakshyami, I shall tell you. Yad jnatva, knowing which you shall get out of this ashuva, meaning conflict. Do you know what he says? Does he make a list of good karma, bad karma, nishidha karma? No. He gives the principle. Karmani akarmaya pasyet, akarmani ja karmaya sabuddhiman manushyesu saiva Krishna karma gita. It is not the action, it is the doer who makes an action good or bad. How do you say this to the world? Killing, good or bad? Next question, who killed? Our country people, our soldiers killed? Patriot. Other soldiers killed? Rakshas. Really? Doctors killed? Paid. Other fellow killed? The bandit. How do you know? Motive. Doctor can kill, doctor death, kills for his own profit. Have you not seen this today? You go send somebody, you know, the person went for a little stomach upset. You mean your stomach will not be upset? Is it made out of steel or what? Stomach upset. The person goes to the hospital. You know what do they do? Ask for a scanning. Scanning for what? 1 day, 2 day, give the person something. Simple stomachache. One night he stayed in the hospital, next day, people are also nowadays intolerable. And especially if the company is paying for the treatment, a little sneezing also go to the hospital. If you are paying, you will stay for 2-3 days. The company is paying, your establishment is paying, oh my hand is paining, okay, go to the hospital. Why? Company is paying 5,000 rupees, why not? So people go there. So the other person also, doctors are also there. You go for your toe, he shall ask for your brain scan. Why? They have a scanning machine, what to do? 5,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees, pay. Good or bad? Everybody has a logic. If they don't ask you, you should have asked for a scan. Suppose later on it becomes bad. If they ask you and you find there is nothing, why did you spend this? Hayyo. One person was telling, Swamiji, my son has come or my daughter has come. She has found a boy for marriage. What shall I do? He said, go with it. Go with it. Why? Or get ready for listening to the rest of your life this song. I wanted to marry that boy or a girl, you did not allow me. That is why my life is prevalent. And who made it? You converted. So, you want to have that guilt? No. The person brings a dog and says, I want to marry. Yes, marry. The monkey also, yes, marry. No problem. Why? That's your life. It has come to that now, friends. Has it not come to that now? Think for yourself. You choose the career for your children, children will curse you later on. Works out, glory is theirs. Did not work out, of course you are an idiot. Can you interfere? The safest way is help the person to be himself. Let him do, let him be free, let him be happy. Out of your happiness and freedom, you do what you want to do. Good or bad? How do you decide? Bhagavan never said the list of good actions, list of bad actions. Even in the secular law, there are, they name it, thereafter they see, establish the motive behind it. If it is for self-defense, if it is murder, killing somebody also, released. Insanity, released. Child, released. Who is doing it? So what Bhagavan said? Karmani akarmaya pasyet. One who sees inaction in and through action, meaning I am not the actor. Na kartrutva, na bhoktrutva. I am not the doer. I, consciousness. Akarmani cha karmaya. In inaction, who sees the action? Meaning again he is no more the actor. Sabuddhiman manusyeshu. He is the wise one. Doing, he does not do. The average person can punish, average person can reward other people by looking at their action. If you believe in so-called God and destiny, the God doesn't punish you for action, for the motive. Not for the action, motive. Motive who can establish? Only you can see for yourself. Others cannot see it. That is, even if others release you, you will be punishing yourself. Others punish you, you are a free person inside. Not to get lost in this type of so-called injustice or justice system, the person must be aware of himself. Manasani, please see, dharma, adharma. You only can see it. Like the mullah was one day sitting down with his friend and suddenly it became dark. The mullah said, somebody tells the mullah, look, you go to your left side, there is the, what is that? The matchbox is on your left side. He said, how do I know left and right in the darkness? You don't need that. You know what is left and right. To know yourself, should it be day and night? Childhood or youth or old age? And the best part of it is, friends, it is so beautiful. Which side? Without point of reference, there is no sides. Other day I have written an article. There are 10 directions. Purva, English, take east, west, north, south. Northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. Okay, these are the directions. 8, then up and down. Urdhva, Adha. 10 directions. In space. That is what? Either in direction in space? Point of reference. From which point of reference in space? Up, down, east, west, north, south, southeast, southwest, all that stuff. 10 directions. Okay? You change the point of reference, east becomes west, north becomes south, south becomes north, up becomes down, down becomes up. Right? What about time? Is there a past, present, future in time? Without a point of reference in time, there is no past, no present, no future. Okay, listen carefully. Much more important. Who is this point of reference? Who creates the point of reference? Alright. Who creates the point of reference? In the space, who creates the point of reference? You create the point of reference. Your body is the point of reference, or you create a point of reference outside. In time, your body is a point of reference, or you create a type of point of reference. In your thought, you create the point of reference. I. Who is creating? I thought. So in the external landscape of space, listen carefully, in the external landscape of space, you create the point of reference. But the space itself has no reference. Listen. In external reference, in a landscape of time, again you create the space of, you create the point of reference. Now, in consciousness, the inner landscape, consciousness, is there a past, present, future? The I thought. Because of the I thought, listen carefully, because of the I thought, I am meditation, I am agitation. Yourself, the consciousness, has no sense of meditation. The universe has no sense of agitation. I. Point of reference. Does the silence feel the silence? Is the sound noisy? Listener. Manasana. Manasana means what? Ahanga. The mind means what? When you say, this is a language which people will understand. What is that? Everything is in mind. Everything is mind means what? Don't be vague. Mind also is a vague word. Everything is ahanga. I thought. All thoughts are not a problem. No thought is a problem except I thought. Are you getting that point? Because of the... That is why, please sit down and do it for yourself. Sit down. Just be the whole arrangement. Creation as it is, body as it is, sense organ as it is, thoughts as it is. Be conscious. Who is there to comment? Catch it. Go to the landscape here, stand there, just see. Don't have to name anything, just be the landscape and be the part of landscape. Are you getting that? Can you see the landscape without being the part of the landscape? If you are not there standing, what landscape? For whom? You don't describe it as a landscape. I hope you understand, I am really getting destroyed inside. For people to make these things so difficult, easiest. Elaboration, descriptions, divisions, classifications, those are all very difficult. Things as it is. So in this being with yourself, what is this right, wrong, good, bad, beginning, ending, living, dying, pain, pleasure? What are these things? Think. Be that, then enjoy. Learn to enjoy. Are you getting that point, please? Yes, I am happiness with myself, but happy to see a sunrise, a sunset. Listen to the sound of the birds. Listen to everything, no problem. Be happy with yourself. And suffer, be happy with yourself and suffer the old age. If you want to say suffering, what is old age suffering about it? Hunger comes, experience the hunger, experience the food, experience. Oh my God. You do not create a problem for yourself or problem for anybody, because you are happy with yourself. Understand. A person who hurts, person who torments is a tormented soul. A tormented soul torments others. A miserable person makes everybody miserable, because that's his comfort. One who is comfortable with himself, happy with himself, what's the, he'll accept everything as it is. If he can help somebody being happy, he will do it. Is it necessary to add to unhappiness? Ignorant people are already unhappy. You don't have to add to their unhappiness. That is why punishing somebody is stupid. This morning I was reading that Subhasita. I tell you that sometimes I feel that each verses, still they do not do, write down one verse in school, college, hospital, everywhere, one verse, under everybody's sake. The Subhasitas, you know what he says? The person who is living a life in the world, he should be like the tree. The tree provides, is a Grihastha Dharma, he says, Grihastha Dharma. The tree provides shade even to the fellow who cuts it. He cuts the branch and he stands under the shade when he is tired of cutting the branch, right? Even an enemy, when somebody comes to your doorstep, provide him aditya. How many people can do that? Saranagata. Yes, it has become very, very dangerous, because the person who is coming for refuge, he is not coming for refuge, he is coming to destroy you. He is like British people coming in. Indian hospitality, the kings provided them, oh, come in, take the gold, take the thing. Oh, so much thing is there. So they grant them the permission for business, now they own over the whole India. What is this? Adithyam. Yes, it takes a long time to get out of that nonsense. But it goes. Individual life, you cannot take that type of chance. Yeah? But still, please understand, you don't have to love somebody, you don't hate. You don't have to give happiness to anybody, but never give unhappiness. You don't have to make anybody's life convenient, but do not be the cause of inconvenience. So happy with yourself, because please understand, all these dharma, adharma, sukham, dukkham, manasani, they are all mind. Mind means what? Ahankara. Nate vivo, o vivo, visheshana bhati, shine with all glory. Why is it so? Na kartasi, na bhoktasi, muktevasi sarvada. You are na karta, na bhokta. Kartrutva, bhaktutva, doership, enjoyership, ahankar, I do. That brings in right, wrong, good, bad, papa, punya, vice, virtue, moral, immoral, pain, pleasure, evil, good, all these. Just think and see that. Why did I do this? Who says? I should not have done this. Who says? That is why if you can successfully plant that idea in somebody's head, you made a mistake. If the person swallows it, I should not have done that mistake. Finished. Either you push it onto their brain or they are persecuting themselves. I should not have done, I should not have done. Guilt. Or the opposite is gloating. How does it matter? How does it matter? That also will suffer. But you are not there either to repent or to gloat. Either to take the credit or to take the discredit. Body is alive. Listen carefully. Beautiful. Body is alive. Good statement, bad statement. Moral, immoral. Right, wrong. Vicious, virtuous. I am living. I am dying. Now you take it. You will be frustrated if you want to die, but body is keeping you alive. So body is your enemy. Oh, body is, I am dying. Becomes a fear if you want to be alive. But body is alive. Body is dead. What about me? What me? Sensation, good or bad? Lovely music. Loud noise. Touch, taste, smell. Good or bad? Right or wrong? I like it. I don't. Bring in. So do not say God is punishing you. Are you getting that point, please? Nobody punishes you like you punishing yourself. Nobody torments you as you torment yourself. And if you are happy with yourself, nobody can take away your happiness. Nobody. They can take away your body. They can take away your wealth. See that for yourself. This is. Na kartasi na bhoktasi. I am not the doer. I am not the enjoyer. I am not there. Being yourself. That is why being yourself. Remember that story. The man who was a top class, the person was a top class sculptor. When he was going to die, somehow he came to know about his time of death story. So he did not want to die. But Yamaraj, the Lord of Death, will come and catch him. No. So he sculpted 12 beautiful statues, exactly like him. And 13th one is he, shut down inside. The day comes when the boy comes to, Yamaraj comes to pick him. Then Yamaraj is confused, 13 fellows exactly like that. What to do, how to... No, Yamaraj doesn't come, he sends his messengers. No? So these guys, they are funny, but they are just, they obey the command. Bring. They come there and see, everybody looking same, how to take 13 fellows, only one man's name, there is a summon. How can to take 13 fellows? But they didn't know what to do, so they go back to Yamaraj and get confused, we don't know what to do. But he is king, so he comes back and he says, oh, my God, 13, exactly like that. Only Brahma can create like this. Nobody can create like this. Other than Brahma, nobody can create. Now the sculptor says, what nonsense, I have created. Immediately goes the noose around the neck. Come. He couldn't keep quiet. I have done it. You do it. Boom. You bring in doership. Say, that is why I say, I am not the doer. Boom. I am not the doer also is a doership. This is why it is not a word to be spoken, a thought to be thought over, but something to be. Who you are is not a word to be spoken, a thought to be thought over. Be. Makes it so easy. No. No words needed, no thoughts needed, no speech needed, no action needed, no inaction needed, no nothing needed. Wow, what a beauty. How simple and beautiful. No, I have to teach, therefore there should be 100 students sitting around with me all the time. Why? Because I have to teach. What rubbish, what a waste. Understand, enjoy, get up. Live yourself, every moment of life. Nakarta navuktas. So one who does that, Sukham nabhoktati, Sukham pashyasi sarvada. So all the time, such a person, mukta. Mukta evasi sarvada. The person is mukta, always free. Mukta evasi, always free means what? No more tormented by this. What is that good I did not do, bad I did. I should have eaten this idli, did not eat that idli. Make into that. Don't say only tormentation is I should not have donated, I should donate it, or I should have given a birth in Ganges, I should have bathed in Ganges, why I did not bathe in Ganges, or not that. People say, I should have built a temple, why I did not build a temple. Hey, those are also. But that is as vicious or as stupid as I should have eaten the idli, why I did not eat. Pain. You think that is a big problem and small problem? That is your mistake. Big ego, small ego. Nothing but ego. Ahankar is there. Poor man who takes 5 rupees, he thinks he is not corrupt. The person who takes 5 billion is corrupt. I see. That is what the average person thinking is. Everybody says, everybody is corrupt. Oh, you are Mr. Perfect. I see. Why? See, Swami, these are politicians. 50 crores, 500 crores. He is dealing with 5,000 crores. Can he take 5 rupees or what? One who is doing the 50,000 crore business, can he take 5 rupees? Oh, this IPL has gone crazy. What else he should go? In Western countries, betting is absolutely legalized. So everybody is very happy, Oh, there is no betting in our country. Why? It's like telling, in the Sweden, in Danish, in that Finland, that countries, divorce rate is totally down. Why? Nobody marries. You just live together. So what is the question? There is no marriage or no divorce. Divorce rate has completely gone down. So, just change the rule. That much for morality, good, bad, right, wrong. Understand? Listen. Then, why is it so? Please. Because you are Sakshi, Drashtasi, Sarvada Drashtasi, Eko Drashtasi Sarvada. You are the seer. Last class I had explained to you. Are you getting that? Please see. The word Eko Drashtasi. You are the seer. Always you are the seer. Sakshi, Vishwa Sakshi, witness of everything, the seer, consciousness. Why? Because, remember that, world is seer. World is seen. Eye is seer. The eyes also can be seen because your thought is, mind is looking at it. Now the eyes are brilliant, now it is short-sighted, now it is long-sighted, all that stuff. So eyes can be seer and the seen. It is not the seer or the seen. Object is, world is only seen. The world can never be seer. Okay? Now, thought. Thoughts are seer because only the mind you see the eyes. Now thought is seer. Now thought is seen. Every thought is seen. So thought also can be seer as well as the seen. I thought sees other thoughts. So I thought is seer. The I thought also is seen because you are conscious of I thought. Are you getting that point? World seen. Eyes seer seen. Thoughts seer seen. I thought seer seen. Who sees the I thought? Meaning you are conscious. Consciousness. The seer. The seer. There is nothing to be conscious of consciousness. The sun does not need another light to be lit up. Consciousness does. So two extremes. Consciousness does here. Creation does seen. In between, body, senses, seer and seen, thoughts, seer and seen, I thought, seer and seen. Are you getting that, please? That is why relatives, good, bad, right, wrong, everything comes at this level. Body level also not. Thought level, I thought level. Even not even thought level, I thought level. Seer sin is coming. Seer is good or bad? So seer sin means what? Seer sin is one thing. Seer sin means what? Hearer, I should hear something, I should not hear something. I should touch something, I should not touch something. I should smell something, should not smell. You understand the ramifications? How you poor or rich, young or old. Whew. How many roles? Millions of roles, millions of consideration. The man is suffocated. Seer sin. Whereas you go into eko drashtasi, you are the seer. World is the seen. When there is no world to be seen, can you call yourself seer? There is no seer, can you call anything seen? So where is seer and seen? You can't even call it ekaha. Ekaha drashtas. To say one, you make it two. Because one who is describing it as one becomes the second one. No. One is thinking it as one becomes the second one. You can't talk about it, can think about it. Oof. How beautiful. Eko drashtas is sarvasya. For everything you are the seer. That is why in perception there is no judgment. Right or wrong? In perception there is no judgment. Perception of a object, sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, perception of the universe, perception of the body, perception of all thoughts, perception of I thought. There is no judgment. There is a consciousness, there is no judgment. You bring in the perceiver, I should have seen, I should not have seen, I should have done, I should not have done, I should have played, I should not have played, I should be living, I should not be dying, I should not be living, I should be dying, I should not be married, I should have been divorced, I should have been divorced, why should I marry? What a headache. I should have children, I should not have any children. Why did I get this job? I should have got this job. Oh, yo. You understand the range of it. Is it religious problem? Secular problem? It is ahankar's problem. Are you getting that? Ahankar is not ahankara's problem. Ahankar's problem. The I thought. So shall we say this I thought should not be there? Hey, don't again condemn the I. Because without the I, if there is no hint of crisis, there shall be no hint of celebration, resolution. I will not look for mortality without the brush with. I will not have looked for immortality without the brush with mortality. Without the brush with relatives, papa, punya, right, wrong, moral, immoral, and feeling suffocated in life, I would not have looked for resolution to go beyond it. That is why I is what a blessing. Understood? Blessing. Not understood? Curse. For whom? For yourself. So you should know it for your sake, not for Guru's sake, tradition's sake. Somebody say, Ekosi. Appa. Sarvasya Ekosi. Mukta prayosi sarvada. Always free. And son, the Guru says to the teacher, Ayamevaite bandha. This is your bondage. Drashtaram itaram pasyasi. You take yourself as seer, body as the seer, I am the body. Eyes are the seer, I see, I am the seer. Thoughts is seeing, I am the thought. I think, I am the thinker. Itaram drashtaram pasyasi. be the seer. When you see, take yourself to other than who you are. Ayameva ite vandaha. But that is how we begin. But let us not end that way. You begin with that, but don't end with that. Because in that beginning, is there any choice? Huh? Is there any choice being the body? No choice. But once you suffer, you should start getting into, hey, why this? I don't want to suffer. I will see myself. Okay? Okay. Why is it so problem? Just read this, we shall stop it. No, just read it. Very good. It's very, very nice. Please read. अहम कर्त्येधमात्मान महाकृष्णाहिदं सितः नाहं कर्तेति विश्वास अमृतं पीत्वा सुखी भव एको विशुद्धबोधोऽहम् इति निश्चयवह्निना प्रज्वाल्या ज्ञानगहनम् वीतशोकः सुखी भव. Beautiful. Hey, look. So this is, you are eko drashtasi sarvasya. You are the one, the seer. Yet you can't say you are yourself as this seer. Okay? Are you seer? Of what? Simple. Who are you? It literally cuts your tongue, snaps you. Can't say anything. Whatever you talk about you is a lie. Whatever you say about yourself is a lie. Whatever you think about yourself is a lie. Meaning that is not you. You have that. Yes, yes, yes. That I can take. But who you are? Inexplicable. You can't talk. You can't think. But you can. Okay. And why, what is the moment you start talking, aham karta iti maha ahi Krishna darsita, maha ahi Krishna. You know that king cobra? King cobra is black one. In Africa there is a snake, mamba, which is a black snake, totally black snake and terribly poisonous. The most poisonous snake in the world is mamba. But India has got plenty of them. That what? The king cobra is the ultimate. King cobra is almost sometimes goes to 17, 18, 20 feet. Stands up like this. And there is a cobra which is spitting cobra. Snake. Snake is like that. Okay? Now he gives you everybody. This Maha Krishna Ahidamsida. Everybody is stung by this huge poisonous black snake of Ahanga, I thought. Why? What is the damsana? Aham kartati. I am the doer. That is the poisoned personality. Ignorance, stung by the ignorance of snake. Ignorance, snake of ignorance, ignorance of snake. Stung by the snake of ignorance. Maha Ahi Krishna. I take myself to be I. The moment I say I am, you are stung. You think, who are you? The moment, so beautiful, the moment you say I, everything comes around you. Are you getting that point, please? It's like this. A water drop cannot drown in water, can it? Can the drop drown in water? You put anything there, water surrounds it. Space, a space in space. You put a form, everything starts coming around it. In time, time is timeless. Anything you put, time consumes it, space limits it. Consciousness, no time, no space, all times, all places are available. You create an individuality, time grabs it, space grabs it. Ishvara, Hava. Which one is easier? To be somebody and suffering is easier, or to be nobody and nothing to suffer? Fall in love with the nobody. Just be nobody. When you try to be somebody, you get a hit. Are you getting that? When you try to be somebody, you get hit. And also not because when people try to make you nobody, you feel uncomfortable because you want to be somebody. Like life. When the life, oh my God, when the creation is busy giving me nirvana every moment, it wants to take away the body, takes out the sense organs, forgetfulness comes in, everything is nirvana. The creation is busy relieving me from my identity. I was telling I am young, he says, no, boy, you are not baby, now you are young, the babyhood is gone. Young is going away, adult, no, you are holding on to youth, you are holding on to adult age, you are holding on to body to die, but the creation is continuously taking it away. Time is continuously taking it away, space is completely taking it away. But we are, angry with God. God took away all the money. Hey, should? What is wrong with that? That it took away money is not a problem. I am poor is the problem. That the body is dying is not a problem. I am the body, I am dying is the problem. So the people who are also taking away everything from you, stealing everything, listen carefully. So each one should allow everybody to steal. I am not begging like that, but in case it so happens, nobody wants to die. But suppose it so happens suddenly you are diagnosed with cancer. What shall you do? Try to heal it. Doesn't get healed, so what? 40 years, 50 years you lived. What is that great thing you did? That now you are so worried about not dying. Just to eat and waste some food product, right? Did you watch something? Did you create something? Did you give happiness? Are you happy with yourself? Did you give that happiness to others? No. Then it's better you die. Anyway, you are a dead man in a living body. You are a dead man in a living body. How many people are alive in this world? Come on. How many people are alive in this world? Everybody is dead inside a living body. Dead man walking. Living up to, understand. Living up to 72, buried on the 70. Dead when 20, buried when 70. That's life. For most people it is truth. Dead when they are 20, 25, dead. Buried when they are 70, 80, body dies. Inside, they never lived. They live with one thought, I am so stupid, or gloating, I am so wonderful. Idiot. Both are useless. One is suffocated by ignorance, other is suffocated by pride of little information. One is suffocated by poverty of money, other is suffocated by poverty of riches also. The fellow is poverty of riches is more dangerous than the poverty of poverty. You can satisfy the poverty of the poor, you cannot satisfy the poverty of the one rich man. The fellow has got $100 billion and he wants to be 1,000 billion, he wants to be $1 trillion man. Now what do you do? For him to get $1,000 billion, you know how many billions of people must be poor? No, why should billion people be poor? Yes, inflation will go up, let him make an inflated millionaire, trillionaire. By the time inflation, people can't purchase even one carrot because carrot costs 20 rupees. You understand what is happening today? It's not a joke, friends. It's not a joke anymore. We are getting into this type of nonsense. Your one Indian rupee now, 50, 60 rupees per dollar. 70, 80 rupees, this one 90 rupees like that, 300 rupees like that. Okay. To whom it matters? The people who are living in urban society, like that. And living with this type of lifestyle. Just imagine a person in a jungle. In India also is a tribal area. They are producing their simple food, whatever, eating their own vegetables, whatever is available, living life like that. How much does it matter if the 1 rupee is $1 billion or billion rupees $1? Who cares? Our mango trees have given so much mangoes, everybody is eating plenty. How much it costs? Suppose you are purchasing mangoes, what shall you say? Oh my God, 1 kilo 70 rupees. One Imam Basan 120 rupees. Then you come here, 20 mangoes, 15 mangoes. See how these fellows are wasting money? We planted the trees, we are eating it. The person is reveling in life. Understand yourself who you are and revel. What people will envious of you. Why to be little happy? I am spending millions of rupees going around the world, purchasing this, purchasing that. Here the fellow is always smiling, always happy. How much thing he has done? Nothing. Because he is being himself. Is there anything come cheaper than free? Anything costs cheaper than free. Happiness is free. It costs nothing. Celebration is free. Freedom is free. Love is free. Everything is free. What price you have to pay? Nothing. The person who thinks, oh, this man is enjoying the mango, I am going to take away the mango. All right, you eat some. I am happy with myself. Take the mango. Oh, this man is enjoying this car. I am going to take the car out. Take the car. Why? I am happily walking on my foot. Who can punish you? Why? Because you are free with yourself. This ignorance of snake has gone. And shall I punish the other person who is apparently trying to punish me? No. He is still stung by the elephant, serpent. No. He is continuously stung by the snake of ignorance or ignorance of snake. Okay. Oh, Swamiji, you are always playing with words. Ignorance of snake. How can you say ignorance of snake? If the snake is ahankar, ignorance of the ahankar is ignorance of the snake. Snake of ignorance, yes, ignorance itself is a snake because it makes every thought once. I thought it makes a snake. So ignorance is snake, snake is ignorance. So which ignorance of snake or snake of ignorance? This is what it is. Do not talk. It's useless. There's nothing to talk here. Nam kartedi Vishwasamrutam pitva sukhi bhava. Naham kartati. I am naham karta. Iti Vishwasa. Immediately Sanskrit translation, Vishwasa, faith. Vishwas is not faith. Iti Vishwas. If you believe in this, that Naham kartati, you will be sukhi. Believe in this or know this. Vishwas, that word, belief, faith is no good. Sanskrit. Vishwas in a what? Vigata swasa. When you say, Papa, it is so stunning, I almost stopped breathing. Vishwas. This is Vishwas. Vishwas state is where you any moment of exhilaration, discovery, you are Vishwas. Vigata swasa, your breath is suspended. Being yourself, that is why in Yoga Shastra you can use that. Kumbhaka, Puraka, Rechaka. Puraka and Rechak, you feeling in, feeling out. Pour it out. Kumbhak. Not breathing in or breathing out. Vishwas. No swasa. You are with yourself. There are mudras like that, Sambhavi mudra, this mudra, that mudra, where everything still. Vishwas. People who try to hold the breath and be themselves feel suffocated after 1 second or 10 minutes. The people are with themselves, even while breathing they are breathless. Having seen the Sukhi Bhava, be the happiness itself. So be yourself, that is the Sukhi Bhava. Be the happiness, be this. Then be happy to do something. By doing something, don't be happy. Be happy to eat something, see something, taste something, touch something, do something, not to do. Also be happy not to do it. That is why nobody can punish you. You don't feel affected by anything. Because as much you are comfortable doing things, that much comfortable not doing it. If you think by doing it you are comfortable, so whoever gives it to you, my friend, good friends. Whoever takes it away from you, my enemies. There are no friends for you, no enemy for you. Why? Because you don't depend on anybody to give you happiness or to take away your happiness. You don't depend on anybody to give you the happiness. Nor anybody can take away your happiness. Always happy. So, what are these? Samasatro mitre cha. The person considers himself an enemy of me because he wants to destroy me. But I am indestructible. The person takes the credit that I am his friend. Thank you. But what can you give? Nothing. So the person who knows, even though I cannot give, still I give. That is devotion, bhakti. I know I cannot give anything to God, but why not patram puspam phalam to him? That you do to everybody, not only to my guru or to my God, no. That is how you do with your husband, your wife, your child, your friend, your people, your everybody. I do it. Why? Because I can do it. Bhakti does not mean only giving guru one mango, or giving temple one banana. If a person is hungry, don't give him banana. Oh, Maha devotion. He is my enemy, I will not give him. Don't look at, when a person is suffering, when a fellow has fallen, he is not your friend or enemy, he is wounded. That is why in a medical hospitals people can say, that fellow is a criminal, will not, criminal, not criminal justice system, not you. You are a doctor. You treat the patient. The teacher should teach the ignorant. And not the arrogant. You don't have to teach the arrogant. Why? The arrogant doesn't come. Don't worry. And even if he comes, anyway he won't get anything. He can be sitting down there. It's like eyes will look at the beauty of the flower or the ugliness of the flower. No fragrance they will receive it. Don't worry. So people who attend the classes, they don't enjoy the fragrance of the classes. Sitting down, looking at the flower, do you enjoy the fragrance of it? So listening to the wisdom, are you going to enjoy the fragrance of it unless your mind is fixed? You what to do? Naam karte iti sukhi bhava. Eko vishuddha bodho iti aham asmi. Eko vishuddha bodho aham. Aham vishuddha bodha. Bodha, knowledge, pure consciousness. Vishuddha, there is nothing other than it. Shuddha Bodha, pure consciousness. Vishuddha Bodha, Visheshana Shuddha. Is like telling silence, deep silence. Other poetry. This is poetry. You know, when he comes in a mood, what becomes? You know, it becomes poetic. Poetic means what? Hyperboles. You know, when you are so happy and contented, what do you do? Whoa, you use the language like anything. How is that? Fantastic. Exotic. Simple language. How is that? Suppose you don't like it, you don't have the description. When you live life continuously in the corridors of happiness, in the happiness zone all the time, and what is that happiness zone? Everywhere, all times, all places, all conditions. That is why every experience becomes intense. Every sound, whoa. Every touch, every taste, every smell, every sight, every thought, everything in life becomes whoa. Why? Because this is living life absolutely high profile. If you see the ocean in a drop, for other person is a drop, but you see, whoa, what an ocean! Drop. In a dust you see the universe. Oof. In a moment you see eternity. In a moment of living you see immortality. A single thought you see the thought-free awareness all over. That is why no tiny flower, no tiny blade of grass which is untouched by the macrocosmic existence, Ishvara. Ishavashyamidam sarvam. Everything is Ishvara. This poetry comes out of it. You don't sing songs, the songs come. You don't write it, it comes. It just comes. That is why kindness, compassion, love, freedom, giving things, sharing things is not a practiced thing of life. It effortlessly pours out. Effortlessly pours out. That is why the teaching should be an overflow, outpouring. If the teaching is just a flow, it stops. One idea, finished. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன பேப்பரே இல்லை ஐயோ வேர்ஸ் இல்லையா என்ன பண்ணுறது only one word, how can I talk? You don't need anything. Why? Same thing is there. Talk about yourself. So very beautiful. Eka Vishuddha Bodhoham iti Nishchaya Vannina, by this fire of knowledge, Aham Vishuddha Bodha iti, fire of knowledge, Vanni, Bodha Vanni. In this fire of knowledge, you completely burn down, Prajwalya Ajnanam Agahanam. By burning down this huge forest of ignorance in the fire of knowledge, Bhita Shoka, free from grief, free from excitement, free from guilt, free from gloating, free from pain and pleasure. Every relative duality is Sukhi Bhava, be happy. This is the fire of knowledge. Oh, fire of knowledge burns down everything. This is a peculiar fire. The fire of knowledge is a peculiar fire, very peculiar fire. The fire of knowledge doesn't burn down anything, only your ignorance. Do you understand? Do you really understand? The fire of knowledge of yourself does not burn down the creation, doesn't burn your body, doesn't burn your mind, doesn't burn your thought, doesn't burn down everything, but only burns out what? Ignorance. Everything appears as it is. Because of the ignorance, it appeared different. Now the ignorance is gone, everything is same. Beautiful. In fact, it was never burnt. I was never stupid. Listen carefully. I am wisdom. Past, present, future. Full stop. Full stop? No stops. I was ignorant, I am wise. The fellow who was ignorant is gone. Wisdom always there. Not that I was ignorant, now I am wise. This I, if there is a past and present and a future, we are not talking about the absolute. Other day, somebody asked me a question. Swami, if somebody asks you, about the past, what shall you talk about? I say, simple thing. When you come to my class to listen to me, do I ask you who you are or who you were? Do I take your life history? Who you were? I had drugs, I had smoking, I had this, I had that. Who cares? I'm interested in knowing who you are. Your past, I'm least interested. Your future, least interested. Why? What shall be future? Because that which has a past and a future is fragile. Body has a past. It was a baby, it will be old, die. One time is not there, it will not be there. Your habits, however good, you may be kind, but now you have kindness is slowly going, you will be cruel old man. Or you are a very naughty, cruel fellow, now you may be kind person. It had a past, present and future. You are a very nice man, you may be totally stupid after some time. Wisdom has no past, present, future. Don't you think it makes it so beautiful? Why? Appa, no chance of falling into anything opposite. Always alive, always immortal, ever existing. No thought can touch, no thought I can shun. I don't shun anything, I don't crave for anything. There is no shunning, no craving. Geya sanitya sannyasi yona dveshti nagankshi. That man is a sannyasi, eternal sannyasi. One who, not dveshti nagankshi, neither dveshti, never likes or dislikes, nor shuns it, nor craves for it. So how do you give up sannyas? If you give up sannyas, no, you give up. You cannot take sannyas. So what is the question of giving up sannyas? Sannyas is yourself. Clothes can go. How does it matter? Clothes is a uniform. That can take away. The sannyasi you are. Wisdom, absolute. Iti vishuddha vannina. Eko vishuddham iti nischaya vannina. Prajwalya ajnana gahanam. Burning down this samsara. Burning down this forest of ignorance. Sukhi vava. May be happy. So this is the fire of knowledge. The fire which doesn't burn, understand. Is not, Shankara says very nicely. Now agnehe diptiva dipti. This knowledge is not the knowledge of the fire, is not the agnehe dipti, but not the brilliance of the fire. The fire does two things. Burns and removes darkness. The fire of knowledge, consciousness, doesn't burn anything. Keeps everything alive. Alive means sustains everything. Ignorance was not there to go. Beginningless. If it is there, and the truth, it will never go. That is gone means what? It has no substance. We have seen it all. And also, it doesn't remove the darkness, illumines the darkness. Consciousness illumines the darkness. Everything. Your self-ignorance is gone once for all. It illumines the ignorance of the objects. Are you getting that point? That we see sometimes, you see that. The self-ignorance goes once for all. But ignorance of the relative world will continue. Absolute level, yes, everything is nothing but consciousness. But what is the nature of this stone, what is the nature of the leaf, what is the nature of the animal, that you have to study to get rid of it. That's why you are happily ignorant. I am very happy with myself. There are many things you know, yes, but many things you don't know, yes. That is why permanently curious. What are the things? What are the things? Hey, I know everything is consciousness. Yes, I know everything is consciousness, but the mango tastes good or bad? That's simple. Yes, I am consciousness, but this vegetable is this way or that way. Childlike curiosity continues. Childlike curiosity continues. That is where living becomes such high profile on the fastest lane. Because you are curious. Every moment you want to see things as it. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Why? How many days you can live in this world? That is why take care of your body. Make best use of the body. Live it well. Also, your thinking, being yourself who you are. Therefore, all these things, please understand, relative things are your mana dharma, mind. Absolute. You are is always free, ever free, untouched by anything. Close your eyes. Just go and see these things for yourself. You are. Thank you. See you tomorrow.